What? Sorry, it said you were muted. I was like, why are you muted?
I clicked real quick. I unmuted it.
Oh, yeah, you sound weird though.
I do?
Oh, now you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. It was like you're far as hell.
Over here like that?
Yeah, it's stupid. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Film Cave, episode number 668.
68.
68. It's your boy Knight.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. Excited for the show because Moon Knight, obviously, but then we have a fun one to talk about, I think. So it'll be good.
Yes, I am extremely interested. Get into one of these topics for sure. But yes, we welcome you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching here live and or on playback on one of the many platforms that we are streaming on right now. We thank you. If you like what you see here, if you enjoyed the show, if you like our conversation, our banter, interaction, whatever the hell it may be, the easiest way, the simplest way, but most importantly, the cheapest way to lend your support and to let us know that you love us so much, like we love you, is hit that subscribe button right there at the bottom.
Let's do it.
It's simple, it's easy, and hey, it may verse jump you somewhere that you love. Who knows? Anywho,
Do a little head bob, right?
Exactly, a little head bob ain't hurt nobody. How you been, good sir? What's going on with you before we jump in this?
Oh man, been good. We've been working on that rent house and working our asses off, and we finally listed it on Thursday of last week, and things are looking relatively good as of right now.
So the baby kids are gone?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're all good. I mean, it did suck because I guess it was 3 weeks ago now. Basically, we had it listed for a while, and it's a garbage fucking house. Garbage in the hood. Got crackheads walking up and down the street. And what you got going on out there? Crackheads walking up and down the street.
Our crackheads have bikes out here. So,
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's terrifying.
Bikes.
We just have wheelchairs and stuff. But no. So, and I was broke. We listed it originally, and I was broke. I couldn't put any money into it. And then we listed it for 6 months and couldn't get what we wanted for it. And so took it down. I had to write a check for fucking $10,000 cash. It sucked so bad. I immediately broke, bankrupt myself again. But put a roof on it, put some windows in it. Because literally the windows were I could see outside through the windows. They're the old-timey windows that had the weights in the walls and the strings, but the strings long ago ripped. And so I could lift the bottom out and just take the bottom part of the window off that's supposed to slide up and down. I could just take it out, and you could see outside, and it was horrible. But we rented that fucker out for a year with somebody had to deal with that shit before. But yeah, so I put new windows in it, put a new roof on it, painted some stuff, and things are looking good right now. So we'll see. Hopefully, within the next month or something, it'll all be said and done and out of my hair, and I'll have a little money in my pocket. So we'll see.
It shall be. I think you're all right. I have faith. You got this.
Well, thank you, sir. What about you? What you been up to?
Of course. Shit. Work and more work and living the New York life.
I hear you.
Yeah, we had a catastrophe this morning.
Oh no.
In the lovely state of New York, but in Brooklyn. So I woke up to my phone going crazy.
Oh, that's right. Something happened in the subway?
Yeah, shootings and gassing and all type of shit. They never caught him. He's still a large. But they found the U-Haul truck associated with it that had all the shit in it, apparently.
Crazy.
So now we'll see. I'm about to say, I hope you'll dust that for some prints. Get something on that bitch. Unless he was wearing gloves. Who knows? So yeah, it was madness this morning, which caused the trains to be really fucked up.
Sure.
So I was like, damn, I had appointments all day today. I'm just late to every single one of them by a tremendous amount.
That was understandable. I'm sure they were Oh no, this sucks. Like it's understandable that you're late. But,
Oh yeah, they know what's up.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's New York life. It's like, hey, Subway's backed up. You know, that's
So
all I
life
gotta
is
say.
on hold.
Yeah.
While the,
Was
the subways are
it?
fucked up.
I mean, obviously you're in Brooklyn, but like, was that an area that you would be in?
I am not in Brooklyn. I am.
Oh, yeah, that's
in
right.
the
Yeah.
city.
That's correct.
Yes, I am in Manhattan.
So
It's been
you,
years since I've been in Brooklyn.
so you're far away from that area. You're good. From
Far
that.
away, but we didn't know if this was like a coordinated attack or
Right.
planned.
I mean,
Like, hey, we
where are
got
they gonna be
Brooklyn.
tomorrow? Shit.
Right.
You know?
They'll fucking Manhattan's next, Queens, but we don't know.
Got you.
So of course everyone on the train was just like, well shit. Like not nervous is going about them up, but everyone was on like edge.
Yeah.
So like whenever the slightest little thing seemed off, everybody was like, whoa on the train today. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't blame them. I mean, shit, man, that's some scary stuff.
Very true. It's one of the days I decided I was like, I'm just not gonna wear my noise canceling headphones today. I'm just gonna be more alert.
Might want all the
today.
senses on it.
Might want
today.
all my senses clear. Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, that's really about it, man.
It sucks.
Can't
It's crazy.
complain. Yeah, no, it's that New York life. Right?
Yeah,
Gotta love
dude.
it. But anywho. We got, like I said, not a huge show for you guys tonight, but it's going to be something that will be very detailed, at least in one of them, and the other one's just going to be really fun. So we're going to try to, make it entertaining for you all. Of course, please let us know in the comment section, the live chat. If there's anything you feel like we've missed, we will be dedicating the last, few minutes or so of the show specifically to you, for us just to shoot the shit, see what y'all want to talk about, and have a little fun. So
Sure thing.
don't think it never hurt nobody. But anywho, I think I'm ready. How about you, sir?
Let's do the dang thing.
All right, motherfuckers. For those of you who don't know, me and Logan are a couple of what?
Fucking nerds.
Couple of fucking nerds, man, which means we talk about film any and all goddamn day. It's fun. We love it. Don't judge us. But sometimes there are other things we like to talk about. We like to lend our perspective, our point of view on that aren't, outside of the world of film. But sometimes, fucking Dominic Toretto's outside. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's sitting on your couch too. Look at you. It's
all about family, man. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Well, sometimes the world of film likes to rear her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why?
She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I had a good weekend of a movie, so she's doing great. She looks like Michelle Yeoh right now.
Beautiful. Oh, that's a look.
She's
Yes.
stunning.
Y'all, that's a rare moment. We're just going to take a moment to be on good terms.
Cheers.
On good
Cheers to
terms.
her.
Yes. Damn it, I forgot to make my drink. But, yes, because she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. That is why. So, wow. Holy
That's
shit.
wild.
Yo, they was doing that last night too. I'm like, yo, is it literally like a fucking thing? But like, you hear that shit?
That's crazy. Yeah. Just echo
Somebody's
into those buildings.
donutting the fuck
Yeah.
out
Is
of the
that
streets
a
right now.
car? Is that a bike? What is that?
Oh, that's a car.
Okay.
That's a folk. Because somebody's car alarm just went off now because the shit was too loud.
Jeez. Wild.
That's wild. Yeah, Dominic Toretto is here.
Fucking
Damn.
Bruce
All
Wayne.
Where was I? Jesus Christ. Well, the motherfucker's
beautiful.
here. Yeah, there you go. It's all about out there in the world. Because family makes the world go round. And car alarms go off
Correct.
out there in the world. Anywho, it's out there in the world. And there's a particular fashion in which we go about out there in the world. Sir, do you want to tell the people at home, for those who are new, what kind of fashion that would be?
That would be traditionary fashion, my friend.
You're goddamn right it is. So, with said traditionary fashion, good sir, what do you have for us?
Well,
Hey, Cosmic Society, Ronan.
we talk about how, the world of film or the nerdy shit might rear its head back in.
Mhm.
We say that. So I told you about this a while back, but I have received
Oh, tie back.
the
Oh!
statue,
It's here.
and it's pretty dope. I'm
Pretty
digging
glorious.
it. It's actually kind of funny because the first one came and it was broken. Like down here,
Oh.
the hand was completely off of this base, and I had to go through a whole process of, because there's only like a certain number of these made, and so I had to like show a picture of the certificate of authenticity on the bottom of that and on the card that they sent me, take pictures of it before and then take pictures of it after I like marked it out with on the card it was Sharpie. I had to use a Sharpie, and then at the bottom of that I had to use a key and like scratch it off because it's like engraved, and they had to like make sure because they're replacing that number, like that edition number, and so they did that, and then that thing they like overnighted that shit to me after the fact, so it was kind of dope. And then
Oh.
I just super glued the other one back together, and now I can give it to somebody. Like, I mean, because they don't want that shit. It's broken. So
Right.
so kind of cool, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna ship it. It's gonna be. I'm gonna hand it to him because it's not.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna break again. But
Handle with care.
yeah.
Here you go.
But yeah, I really dig it. It's after getting Barry's Joker and stuff, like I don't know if we'll ever see him even as the Joker, like see him wearing purple and green or anything like that, or have a card. But I don't know, man. Like the Batman made me get into that like that rogues gallery feel. I was like, man, I want this fucking Joker thing. So I think that's kind of a dope, unique statue to have.
Oh, very.
Especially when that one was like $50, and if I wasn't going to get that one, if I was going to get something Joker, it would be like $600 worth of an incredible statue of either Heath Ledger or like some, you know, super comic accurate looking Joker. So this is a good compromise, I think, because I don't want to break the bank right now. But
Well, it should look dope. I will say that. And
Thanks,
it's
sir.
like, that reminds me, like I said, if you're going to get like collectibles or whatnot, the fucking, I forgot what company it is, but they released a picture of the Batfleck line.
oh shit,
Oh,
tough,
God.
man. Yeah,
I was like, what the shit? Which is thousands upon thousands of dollars. So that's
Right.
never going to happen in my
of
life.
course.
But holy shit. Like that, him as Bruce, and then all his surrounding Batmans around. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
my pants.
it's
I
tough.
can't handle this
Well,
at all.
And that makes me think of the thing that Akasan is able to like show off, the Prime
Oh.
One Studios,
Yeah.
and their Robert Pattinson Batman is spectacular, like unbelievably good.
I
And
don't think
especially,
I've seen that one yet.
oh man, holy shit! Especially like, because I think it's Hot Toys. Hot Toys has one, and then this one, it's the cowl off, like, but
Oh,
keeping
okay.
the suit on. I tweeted about it at one point, but
Yeah, I
the
saw
Prime
that,
One
yeah.
Studios one looks unbelievable, with the eye makeup and the hair just looks good. Problem is, it's $1,500 or whatever it is, something like that,
It's a lot.
which is expensive as fuck. But it's also like 3 feet tall, so like it would take up the whole. I mean, it might hang off of that little dresser I've got that has all my other stuff. I wish they would make one that was, 13, 14 inches tall. That would actually probably be a reasonable price. Cut 1,500 in half. At least that's, 500 is more in the price
Yeah,
range.
I think the bends are pretty huge like that too. I
And
think.
yeah, and that's what's tough is like, I'll never have one that big. I can't have a 3 foot tall. It's 3 foot tall by probably 3 foot wide, in terms of the whole shebang. So I wish that they would change the demographic a little bit and, make a big one, but then also make a
Find it.
consumer grade, I want to say like that Hot Toys over there is like 14 inches or something like that, 13, 14. And like, that's great size. Like it's a good statue size, but yeah, man, if they had a reasonable sized Batman, the Batman one, I might go for it. But also I kind of want to wait to see what he looks like at the end of the trilogy. You know what I mean? Like it's a tough
Yeah.
call. So who knows, but statues, it's tough.
Speaking of, they showed like Barry's Joker, like full on. Now,
Yeah.
like it was like I think that was a toy or a statue or image, 3D, whatever
Right.
the fuck it was. But it was brilliant, and his look has been growing on me ever since the clip.
Yeah.
But seeing that full thing, I was like, this looks fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
I love his look.
Right.
It's completely different. It's grotesque without being too much. But no, I love his look. And it does make me want to see more of him. Not now.
Right.
But I definitely want to see more of him for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I just love the look. So yeah, just wanted to throw that
Yeah.
out.
No, I agree. Like, because that one, what it was for me was in the clip, and I mean, it was deleted for a reason and all this stuff. You know, it's fine. But in the footage, I feel like you can tell, like, his face is super puffy because you can tell, like, oh, this is prosthetics put on a face. You know what I mean?
I know where you're going, and I agree.
And with that statue, though, it's like a normal person's face was then disfigured. You know what I mean? And so I think
it's
that's
slimmed
something
down and contoured and like regular. Yeah.
I think it's something completely doable in live action. Next time they do it, I think they'll probably have it down much better. Because the penguin, I mean, you cannot tell that is a mask or prosthetics on somebody else's face. That he just looks like a normal person, and it's that kind of just immersiveness that they were slightly missing when they were on set. But I definitely think, you know, that statue thing looked better, and the details there. But it's just that thing of, like, you know, his lip is like jagged and like split, and it looks like a lip on top of a lip, how far out it is compared to just like my lip is split, if that makes any sense. Because like there's swelling involved, but then there's like puffer fish scenario.
Hey, acid is a bitch, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's the thing. You can get away with it if you want to, but I think that they'll probably slim it down and make it look a little bit better.
Oh yeah, no, I think so, because this model was much better. I was like, whoa, this looks perfect. But the difference was night and day for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have anything other than this. At least I don't think I do. But speaking of family, just got a little bit more marvelous. Yes, it did. Because Brie Larson is now a part of Fast 10. Don't know who she's going to be playing. My guess, she's probably going to be fucking Charlize Theron's sister or some shit. Or just another part of Jason Momoa's badass team, right hand or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's Jason Momoa and he has two badass female like right hands that just whoop ass that Letty has to fight. So I like this news. I'm here for it. The family's getting bigger. All these Oscar winners and A-listers keep wanting to be a part of the Fast world. Come on in. The more the fucking merrier. What do you think?
I'm not gonna see it. I don't care. It is funny though, because I mean they're going for talent, but Charlize Theron is fucking horrible in these movies. She's an A-class talent, but she's horrible because what she's given is horrible.
I don't know. She's horrible. She's just mute. I think she's good at what she's given because she's literally just sitting there.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, she's just cashing a
like
paycheck. I don't blame her one bit. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing if I got the opportunity. But yeah, I mean, Brie Larson, great. It's a little weird because general audience is already iffy on her as Captain Marvel. Like, I'm not personally. Like, I think like her movie is possibly the worst MCU movie for me, but I don't think it's her fault at all. Like, she is an incredible actress, but like I do think it's a little interesting to go to such like a franchise that obviously has beloved fans, but also everybody's like, these movies are terrible. Like, that's not the point for them to be good. And so it's like, I hope they don't give you more stupid shit to say that to make general audience go, I'm not going to see whatever she's in because she's terrible. Because like, if people just saw Charlize Theron in Fast Furious movies, they'd be like, if she was leading a movie, I'm not going to watch it. They would have no reason to think like, oh, that's a great actress. So interesting choice, but I'm guessing that, I mean, she's fucking Captain Marvel. So the paycheck to get her, ooh, I mean, I don't blame her one bit because that's a fucking Universal likes to hand out some paychecks, man. Like they've got it. So.
Oh yeah, this bitch is a two-parter, so I can only imagine what more announcements are gonna come down the line and shit. and I will be here for every single one of them. I'm pretty sure. It's the last. I'm gonna watch them, see it to the end.
Yeah.
Obviously, despite all the bullshit, it's still one of my favorite fucking franchises. It's still one of the biggest ever. I think to go back on your thing, I think now they're looked at as like these are fucking good. Just enjoy what they are because they had a good run
Correct.
until
Yeah,
7.
no,
and then
that's
it was
exactly.
like,
Yeah, no, that's
whoa.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like okay, we're here now.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Which-
Cena
and that's what's
them
funny.
returning too, obviously.
Fuck, I don't know. I hope not.
Excuse me.
But what's funny is like with 7, I saw that in the theater, and it was because of Paul Walker. Like coming off 5 and 6, and then Paul Walker, I was like, I'm definitely going to see it. The movie is batshit crazy, but also like I was in so the whole time. Like that was the one where they jumped the car through buildings,
Through,
and I was like,
yeah,
I was like, it's dope. It's cool. And then at the end, it damn near makes you cry. Like that was one of the times like in my life where I'm like, holy shit, the softball-sized knot in my throat trying to hold back tears right now is ridiculous. So like I was still in then, but then for some reason, like by the time the trailers and stuff for F8 came out, I was like, I'm done with this. Like I just never saw it.
Yeah, they should have stopped. But they make too much money. They keep making $1 billion.
That's the thing.
So it's like,
I mean,
we need more.
that's why I was like, hey, I'm not going to see Morbius because people are telling me it's not that great of a movie, and I need to be more selective with my dollars, or we're going to continue to get lesser, movies. So I'm going to try to, stand strong with that, but I also want to laugh at it.
Well, at least they went back up again because 9 was better than 8, but that's not saying entirely too much. But it's still better because at least it got back to like the core people and team. So it felt like it was back on another track. 8 was just like, oh, this is so weird.
Right.
And that's when the height of the beef was happening and just everything. So
yeah, exactly.
It just felt off. So 9 definitely was better, but we shall see. And now we have who? Momoa, Daniela, Brie so far. John Cena, I'm sure, will return.
Who's coming in for part 2? I mean, are we getting like a Arnold Schwarzenegger and like
fucking Denzel Washington's gonna pop out of nowhere?
Oh, there you go. I mean, I'm thinking Sly Stallone showing up, some crazy shit like that, or
Stallone in it.
Or they'll go the other way and like Conor McGregor is like supposed to be acting in it, and he's just he's like fucking another brother to Statham.
Right. Oh dear God, I hope not. That's so. This one thing I do.
Mike Jones
I hope
is
does
next.
not happen.
Who? Mike Jones.
So stupid.
I talked on the phone with Mike Jones.
What is it? I just hope that they don't try to make Brie Larson some long lost fucking sister of Brian that was never mentioned before.
That'd be terrible.
That's the only thing that would piss me off. I'd be like, what? No, she does not need to be related to Brian in any sense of the word.
It is kind of funny though how, because one thing about Fast and Furious that is great is in a lot of ways it's very diverse. You have all sorts of different races and everybody. Even John Cena, they're fucking putting him in brown face. to make them diverse, which is horrible. But I think it's reversed to where it's another white person. Well, got to be related to the white person that we've got, that's been dead, But it's fine. It's got to be a sister, right? To the white person in the group, it's like no, they do not have to be. There's other people in the world, like
you're thinking be Charlize's fit sister if you must make her a sister.
Sure, but I could just see them being like, oh, well, Brian was actually a twin and they got separated at birth, but this one also got into cars and here she comes. It's like that, but that's something stupid enough for this franchise.
Yeah, they'll probably would do some shit like that.
And then their mom is like Charlize's sister or something. And it's like, this doesn't make sense. H doesn't work. And they're like, I don't know.
No, the mom will probably end up being like fucking Susan Sarandon or some shit. Like hey, got some shit, or Angelina Jolie or some shit. I'm like, oh fuck. Which I would not be mad at if Angelina Jolie popped up in Fast.
No, if you're doing
Brad
that,
Pitt would be dope. Brad Pitt would be dope.
Brad Pitt could be Brian's older brother.
Or his dad. You could be his
or his
dad.
dad.
Uh, I would believe that. I'm like, all right, cool, we're here. This is
I mean,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt.
That's a great point. I mean, is she related to somebody? Legitimately, what do you think?
Yes, the whole series is about family. She's related to somebody.
Oh God, man. If they bring her in, they better cast Meryl Streep as like their mom or something. Just have
That'd be
Meryl
great.
come in and be like, I'm gonna
Oh.
fucking race the shit out of y'all.
Have her and Helen Mirren race. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Meryl Streep and Helen
So
Mirren in a
bad.
street race. Oh my god, that's $1 billion movie right there.
It's a
That's it.
no.
Or
The
just have
bud-
them two
The
fight.
budget
Oh
will
my
be $1
God.
billion to make them do that stupid shit because they get 500 each.
The mom is who? Char? Who's Char?
Charlize Theron.
Oh, got you. I thought he was trying to say Cher, but just like misspelled it. I was like, oh, okay.
That's actually quite possible for him.
I
He might be saying share.
thought he was trying to say Cher. I don't know.
It's quite possible. It's
Do
quite
you
possible.
believe in life after NOS?
That'd be so fucked up because Paul Walker's passed away.
Yeah, that would be fucked
He's
up.
a ghost.
Oh god, that fast
Life
ghost
after-
now.
Life after Nos. Force ghost. Fast
Right,
ghost.
instead of force ghost, there's fast ghosts now.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
god, that would be a lot.
Oh, he typed it
Jesus.
right. Okay. He can't type.
Sorry,
he
sorry,
can't
Paul.
type, but he typed it right.
What? Oh, okay. Super. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see. I'm sure there's gonna be more announcements for part 1, and then part 2 will be even more so.
Mm.
I still want Denzel Washington. Just saying.
That could
it'd be
work.
dope. It
Why-
definitely could work.
Be hilarious. You know who actually would have fit really well into that world? It might be because of Red, but Bruce Willis would
Yeah,
have
he
fit
would've.
as a bad guy. It would have been phenomenal.
He would have. Bruce Willis fighting Vin Diesel. Oh my god, that would have been hilarious.
It's his uncle. You got some light skinned people in the family. I mean,
Ever since Dad died, you abandoned us.
they just
Right,
CGI like when in the flashbacks at the racetrack, and it's just Bruce like
A young ass
fuck,
Bruce.
Fuck my brother, man.
Right. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. What? Oh god, it's the wrong franchise, man. I don't.
Bring it over, man.
Just bring it right, exactly. Why not? Okay. So we shall see. Is Jason Momoa dying in this one, or is he reaching out to? Was he stretching out
Nah,
to
part two. It'll yeah. I don't think anybody will die unless it's like a team member, like Tyrese. Be
I mean,
hilarious.
yeah. None of the recent bad guys have died in the movies. Actually,
Well, they're gonna do the Sinister Six of fast villains and bring them all together, and I mean,
yeah, that's very true. Actually, Brie will die. No, she won't.
no.
She won't die. You don't bring in fucking Brie Larson on them to kill them all off.
Yeah. Or is
Um,
Brie Larson a sister to Statham? Is she gonna put an accent on?
I hope not. We already have one. We're gonna finally shot another one out of nowhere.
About family, man. I mean, they all got long lost, whatever the
Why
fuck.
fucking not?
We got
Oh,
a
fuck
brother
that.
of Dominic Toretto in 9.
Probably fucking Han's sister. There we go. She's Han's sister.
Yeah.
No, never mind. That would have been if they hired Scarlett Johansson. Never mind.
Oh, there you
So
go.
Brie Larson, yeah. So never mind. She won't be that. If it was Scarlett, I'd be like, oh shit, brother and sister, confirmed.
Ghost in the Nos.
Right. Ghost in the Nos, absolutely, of the Black Widow. Who fucking knows?
No,
Okay.
Can you? It's if you're gonna make her a mute to do goofy faces, it's got to be the girl from Midsummer, and Black Widow, that does that frown.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Fuck. Why can't I?
What is her name?
Pugh.
Yeah,
Florence Pugh. Yeah, her. She would. Oh God. Yeah. You want some goofy ass faces?
Madame.
Keep her there for 2 minutes. Right.
but
No,
I
no.
left you.
What about Brian?
Oh man, it's fucking
Oh
terrible.
my God. Josh should be saying Dominic Toretto's full name the entire time. Dominic Toretto. Very funny. Yeah.
Are you saying my full name for a reason?
Because you know it, or just because?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy. Any mac
That's
and
funny.
cheese?
Right. Remember mac and cheese in there? I know it's a garage. But is there a kitchen back there?
Oh god.
Oh shit, that'd be funny. Okay. Moving on. Do you have anything else, sir?
I did read Ready Player One, the book, but I did audiobook, and so I read the book. It is so different from the movie. Like,
I've heard.
I mean, I'm talking insanely different. To where I don't even know how they're gonna like. I'm now starting Ready Player Two, the book, and I don't know how they're going to make a sequel to the movie off of the book, because
We'll figure it out.
like literally in the
Spielberg.
book, there's two Asian guys that like were also one of the first people to get the key, and they become like part of the team, and one of them turns into a Gundam at the end. Is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
But the one that turns into a Gundam at the end in the movie, he dies before the final battle ever takes place in the first book. He gets murdered.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
It's crazy. It's so different, but
So we're probably gonna die
yeah.
in the next one.
Dead. Yeah, maybe. But yeah. So I enjoyed the book. So different. And I'm starting the second one, so we'll see what happens.
Cool and Gang. Oh, I just thought Daniel Craig would be great too. Sorry, that's a side note. But I would like to
That's
see him
true.
in a Fast movie.
That's true.
That would be
Damn.
pretty damn great.
Or even like Chris Evans as like a douchebag car guy.
Oh yeah. Oh
would be
god.
fucking hilarious.
Just think of Scott Pilgrim. Him and
Yeah.
that shit. Just fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chris Evans would be great. Chris Evans and Daniel Craig. Make it happen. Van, I know you're watching. Make it happen. You're welcome. That's $2 billion right there for you.
I mean, shit.
All of those names, just there you go. Y'all got the budget. It's fine. All right. So if you don't have anything else, I don't have anything else. I think that's going to do it for Out There in the World. If there's anything that you feel like we've missed or anything you want us to elaborate on, let us know in the live chat or the comment sections below. And if you made it this far and you are new, again, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up. Helps this show and channel, as long as Logan's, reach a lot more people. And hit that notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop. All right. So on to our main topics of the evening. Number one, a little movie now that we both have seen
Yes, sir.
has officially come out nationwide over the weekend, finally, and pulled in a marvelous $6 million. It needs more. It needs a hell of a lot more.
Definitely needs more.
So go see it. And that's Everything Everywhere All at motherfucking once. I saw this movie last week twice, and Logan had not seen it at that time. We gave my little tiptoed review about it. Logan since then has seen the movie over the weekend, and now we are here to give you full spoilers. But most importantly, I need to hear what this man thought of this gargantuan of a movie, and just let it all fly. The floor is yours.
And that's the thing.
Excited.
This movie, we don't even really have to spoil it too much to talk about it. It's just able to, kind of freely talk about it is nice. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a marvel in the sense of like what they were able to accomplish. The idea, like the premise and execution of said premise of, I love the idea. Like I was explaining it to my boss because it's something special when there's enough people talking about it to where my boss comes to work yesterday and he's like, have you heard about this movie? And I was like, yeah, I went and saw it. It's fucking awesome. And he was like, oh my God, I almost went and saw it because I've heard so much crazy stuff about it. Like he almost went and saw a movie without me. Like I don't think he's ever done that since I've worked with him. And he was like, yeah, my buddy and I almost went, but something came up, whatever. But yeah, so Kenya went with me. As soon as it ended,
Kenya went with, oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as it ended, he leaned over and he goes, that was fucking incredible. He was like, that's what I want to see when I go to the movie. I was like, okay, I hear you, like, let's go. But I will admit, I do not think it's the masterpiece that everybody else is saying. Like I think it's a phenomenal experience. Super interesting, movie. But like I don't know if I'll ever watch it again because
I'm
God
watching it
damn,
again this week.
gave me a fucking headache from hell. It's super confusing. It's way too long, and you feel the length pretty bad on it. But the cast is unfucking believable. Like they all are 100% in, and it would not have worked unless everybody was in and everybody executed what they were trying to do.
Fully
Incredible.
committed.
I mean, we've got hot dog fingers. That are coming in each other's mouths, and it's mustard and ketchup. I mean, we've got who can shove that up their ass the fastest to unlock the kick your fucking ass ability. It's unbelievable. So that's what I was explaining to my boss because he was like, "Oh, should I actually see it?" And I was like, "It's incredible because it doesn't need like comedic jokes." Because in the premise of, oh, here's my pitch, it's a multiverse thing, they're going to be able to unlock and pull attributes from other versions of themselves from other universes. And they're like, oh, cool, multiverse. And they're like, but in order to do it, depending on how extreme they want the change to be or how far out they want to go, they have to do something as improbable as possible. So that's what I like is the first time it's just put your shoes on each other and you're going to go to the closet and be yourself. Nothing's changed with you. You're just kind of splitting and it's just a little thing. Just swap them. It's cool. You're good. Then you get on later to like, who can shove this monstrous thing up their ass, and they're fighting over who can shove it up their ass. And it's so good. And like, I love the one where she puts her mouth on that guy's nose and like blows out to where the air comes out of his mouth because they're like wrestling and she has to do that. And I mean, it was awesome. So I was explaining that to my boss and he was like, oh my God, that sounds incredible. So yeah, overall though, like the husband is phenomenal.
Oh my God, he's so good.
Absolutely incredible. Like I really hope he gets to be in more stuff.
So good.
Because he's awesome. The action, especially at the beginning when they're fighting in the office and like you just get the Jackie like you get it all. And I mean it's really fucking well done.
Most dangerous fanny pack ever.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a perfect movie by any means. I think it's a perfect premise for sure. Like premise and idea of how to execute said premise. But I definitely think it's too long. And I mean, it's a fucking marvel of a movie though. Like I really hope people go see it because what I said still fully applies. And that is movies like this, like A24 themselves, which they do a lot of horror, and I'm not a horror guy. I wish I was, but because I'd see all their movies. But A24 has the balls to make a super weird fucking movie like Green Knight, which is I think probably the nicest looking movie I've ever seen. It makes no fucking sense. Period. 0 sense. But in a way, it's a masterpiece. And they can do that. They can do this. And while I'm sitting in the theater to watch this, they can show the trailer for Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And they also do that. And I'm like,
I didn't watch that trailer yet. They didn't show me.
And oh my God. So fucking good. Did you watch the YouTube video yet?
No, I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it now.
We got to get you to do that. That's one. If you wanted to come back with a reaction video, just react to that. Because it's like 7 minutes or something, and it's the dumbest, weirdest, most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life. But like the trailer is not as good as the YouTube video, but I'm so excited for that movie because it's adorable. And yeah, man, A24 is going to save cinema for sure because we get the Morbiuses and the Venom, Let There Be Carnages that are trying to ruin the superhero genre that is overpopulated and overdone right now. And then you get something like this that's doing multiverse. They're doing it in a fresh way. Incredible. And yeah, man, A24, keep doing your fucking thing. I don't know where you're getting your money from because you're not making it back, but please keep making these.
Oh, because they're grabbing actors and actresses that don't require huge
Sure.
fucking
Yeah,
tabs,
they're reading scripts and going, I'll do this for whatever you can give me. Let's just fucking make it. And that's
they're going for
what's
the craft.
special. Yeah, that's what's special about it.
And I absolutely love. I didn't know if you watched Vanity Fair's segment with Michelle Yeoh, her career timeline.
Haven't yet.
She brings up this movie, obviously, because it's to promote this movie.
Yeah.
And I was saying how her reading the script, that's what kind of got her, but she wanted to meet the filmmakers themselves, because like, if you don't believe in what you're doing, I'm not going to give a shit about this.
Sure.
And she started getting emotional and crying during it because she's like, I saw everything throughout the script of me being funny, of being acting, of being, of course, the martial arts aspect of it, but everything I've wanted to do for my career landed on my lap. And I'm so excited and thankful that people now get to see that I can do all these things.
Yeah.
That I'm not just a,
Yeah.
badass and all type of stuff.
She was incredible. She got to do stunts and everything. It was
my
awesome,
God,
man.
She was, like I said, that last 20 minutes of that film, which is about her and her daughter and like the husband, all of that. I was like, these emotions are slapping the fuck out of me. Because it's and that's why I say this movie hits for me. I think why it also resonates with some of the other people.
I feel that, yeah.
Masterpiece. It gives you such a profound and different outlook about life. And when it comes to yourself, when it comes to others, how you treat others, yourself, your life expectations. And just in that latter half, the movie talks about so much more, but
yeah,
the culmination of that at the end was like, holy shit. Like it hits and it's real. That's why I said it stuck with me for a while, because me, somebody who battles with a lot of things in his life, I'm sure many other people do. I was like, fuck, man. But no, the movie's phenomenal, and I get it. I didn't feel the length of it, but I'm not going to argue if somebody said they did. I'm like, sure. I can see it, but I didn't feel it twice.
Yeah.
The both times I watched it, it's just phenomenal, man. And fucking Jamie Lee kills it.
Yeah,
great.
That's what I mean. Is it? I always go back to that quote from Nolan, where it's like, doesn't matter the size of the role, get good actresses and good actors, and they will fill your movie out to make it believable, sell it more.
Yeah,
type of
fucking
scenario.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
And that's what's so funny though is, I saw the trailer. I thought Jamie Lee was just going to be at the beginning of the movie as this character. I did not think that there was going to be a universe where they were in love with hot dog fingers.
Yeah.
And like she has a full-on fight scene. She has a full-on slow motion jump down the stairwell knee thing coming. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I love that she's like, you can tell she's established and she read the script and goes, oh, this is going to be fucking fun. Like,
oh yeah. And
that's the point, that like it's well done and it's batshit crazy. And so I definitely dig that. When it comes to like what Ken is saying, like all of a sudden it comes up with part 2, and like it was a thing of realizing, oh man, yeah, this is a long movie. Like it felt long for us for sure. Like I checked my watch a few times. I even almost fell asleep at one time. But it's still like it's all still great. But like if this was an hour 50 and just flew by, it would be perfect. I mean, it would be absolutely perfect. But
I don't know. I don't know if it can tell the story fully at 1 or 2.
Well, that's the thing is they told too big of a story, and like they're at the end with the slowly like trying to make the daughter figure things out and like stick around here. It was drawn out for like dramatic effect, but even at the end, like I was like, if this was me, and like if I was that daughter, I still would have been like, I'm not about to just fucking live this pretend life with you. It's like I'm out. I've been doing like because I resonated with the daughter because she was Wolverine. She's like, all I want to do is die. And she's like, I don't even know if I can die, but I'm going to try. And like, I felt that because she's like, you caused me to do this. I'm done. I wreaked my havoc because I was so bored and angry. And now I'm going to try to leave this so I don't have to do this anymore. And, but like, even like the Rock universe was funny.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like, it's a drawn out, full on like hilarious conversation with massive subtitles on the screen. So it's funny, but movie's awesome. Like this is one of those where I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I think it's incredible, but I think everyone needs to see it because this is one of those that, like, for you, especially who's someone who's like trying to break in that industry and like things like that. And just anybody that's creative at all, watch this movie so you can see that, yes, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, have a good enough idea, write it well, execute it well, and there's a good chance it's like Squid Games or something where it's like eventually someone will look at that and go, that's worth my time. Like, let's fucking make it. And so I dig it, and I hope people see it to realize what movies can still be, because that is also not a movie that would have worked on at home first.
Yeah,
can't make that movie and watch it on TV the first time. It's not going to be the same experience. So I
wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. So
did you get to see it in IMAX, or were you after IMAX? Okay, cool.
Oh no, IMAX. At first that shit, I was like, boom, here we go, IMAX. The second time, no, and it was drastically different.
Really?
Oh yeah, just quality sound. You definitely need. That's a movie to be completely immersed in. Yeah, it's definitely an immersive movie. I was like, wow, this is weird. This is weird. But it still didn't take away. But I will say that because you mentioned this, and it's something I did notice in the second viewing. I can tell. That's why I said I won't argue with people that felt like it was, long, or you can feel it, because it didn't take away from me, but from an outsider perspective, when it hit like, oh shit, part 3, I was like, oh, I keep forgetting there's a whole like different parts or whatnot. So I can see, I was like, well, how many people are kind of like, oh shit, like how much longer does this movie have now because it's broken up, even though part 3 is significantly shorter than
it's tiny.
The other two. At that time, the audience, I'm sure, isn't thinking that. It's like, oh shit, we still got a whole another part left.
And I wish that wasn't the case. But I can honestly say, I don't check my watch during a lot of movies, but I was like, what time is it? Because I was like, how is this still going? Like, how did we just get to a part 3 or, whatever it was? And that's rare for me. And it's not like that I wasn't enjoying everything I saw. It's just like, if they could have figured out a way to tell this, like, I don't think they could have cut anything, but if they had told the story in a slightly different way to where just getting to that point a little bit sooner, this movie would have been unbelievable. I mean, put it on a fucking railroad track and go, because like it would just never slow down and just haul ass until it knocks your socks off.
Right. And I love it. It's the same stunt team and all that behind like Shang-Chi and
awesome.
Everything else, because the butt plug dudes were the ones from Shang-Chi and played the Death Warrior fucker, whatever his name was. Yeah. And Shang-Chi, that was him.
That's awesome.
So I was like, oh shit, it's his game. I think his name is Andy Lee. I think so. I was like, oh shit, they're in it. That's pretty awesome. So if you guys have not seen it, please go check out Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's amazing. I'm definitely going to see it again this week. With my little AMC free shits, I'm going to go see it again. And I want to see Sonic 2. A lot of people keep talking about how fun that shit is. I want to go see it. I still haven't seen the first one.
Right.
So I'll probably knock that out before I do.
It was funny. So when we went to go see Everything, we were standing there. I think Devin was filling up his drink, and one of the theater people walked by with another theater person, and they were asking about something, like some other movie, and the guy goes, surprisingly, and I looked over at the big, like it was at a Cinemark, so they have like XD or something instead of IMAX or Dolby or anything. They have this XD thing, which I haven't been in it, but there was a line outside that theater, and And I was like, that's weird. That doesn't make sense. And I heard the guy say, weirdly enough, we are struggling to get people to leave the theater after Sonic 2. He's like, they're sticking around and watching all the credits because they're having so much fun with everything. Like, he's like, we can't get them to leave. And we're having to come in and ask them to please get up. And it was like, which granted, it's 90% kids and like parents. So they're just sitting there like, oh God, we ready? We are all ready to get the fuck up and have to deal with this. But like, yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard it's a fun time. I'm not going to go see it, but I mean, I wouldn't blame.
I want to see it. Okay, sexy voice Knuckles, whoop some ass. Why not?
Good, man. It damn near made Jim Carrey quit acting, so I might boycott it for that reason.
What do you mean it made him quit acting? I think he's just on his way there himself.
Well, right, but it's because the last 2 movies he's done is fucking Sonic. He's probably not having the best time.
I guess. Yeah, the Ambulance. I don't keep saying it's Michael Bay, but it's not the worst Michael Bay. It's like, it's not bad. I just want to go to see the mayhem if I do.
Good.
But I'm not paying for it. Yeah.
I don't want to give him any money either.
Oh no, that's why I like this AMC shit. I'm like, I'll go see it for free. I'm not gonna pay any extra for a fucking ticket.
Right.
For the movies I'm kind of like, with, or just generally want to go see again or whatever the fuck. So we'll see. Go see it. Go support fine ass Michelle Yeoh, fine ass Jamie Lee Curtis, fucking heartwarming ass Ki Hui. I forget his name. I think his name Ki Hui. I'm sorry, fucking up your name. I'm so sorry. And Stephanie Huzu. Is that her last name? I'm saying it correctly. But go see it. Show your support. All right. And our last topic of the evening. See, that went by, pretty fast. Not so bad. All right. Moon Pie had another episode. Ever ate those? Moon Pie? Those are?
Of course.
Oh, I'm going to say you're down south. You should know what the fuck that is. Debuted episode number 2. So this time, Steven is getting a little more, what the fuck's going on? Some crazy shit just happened. Am I going crazy? Anybody else see this? No, just me? Cool. Starts diving in to find some answers. And now him and Mark are full-on conversating. Like, dude, you know what the fuck you're doing. Stop. It's not working. We run into Arthur. We run into the wife. Lila. We finally see her. Yep. He gets picked up by the cops, thinking all things wrong. Turns out they work for Arthur. Come to find out, Arthur was a previous avatar for Khonshu. It's the first time I said his name right without any help. Khonshu. Which I really thought was pretty cool. And then Steven gets a little upgrade himself in the midst of trouble.
Summons the suit.
Not the one we thought. She's a dapper little thing. And then Lila brings the fucking scarab to Arthur. For whatever fucking reason. And then he gets the shit. And then it ends. We end in Egypt. And Steven is now fucked off in the fucking mirror world. And Mark is in control.
Yep.
Right now. And we find out Khonshu is quite the dick. In this episode as well. The big ugly ass veiny one too. Yeah. So yeah, man, what did you think of this episode before I give my little 2 cents?
Second episode, it's really good. It's got some things that are like when she brings the fucking thing.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, what are you?
It's so stupid. Like I thought you were smart. There's no reason for you to bring that. Like, leave that at home and then show up to save him.
At all, right?
But anyway, it's a good episode. There are definitely things in it that are a little wonky. This was the one that, like, when I was trying to explain after I saw the first 4, and I was trying to explain like where budget seems to have possibly come in and caused issues. When he summons the suit, when Steven summons the suit, he's falling and he summons the suit, and instead of having a like CG double transition into Mr. Knight while falling and then superhero landing, it's just a jump cut from falling to boom. And it's like, you're missing something. And you can tell that they were like, we don't have the budget to do it, so just fucking cut it. And it's a weird thing, but like there's little things like that you see in these. But anyway, the episode's good. It's not as good as the first one, I would say, but it's really good. Mr. Knight, I'm interested in. I'm hoping to see him kind of grow more because he even was trying to figure it out. He got one punch in, still got his ass beat, but got one punch in. So that's good for Steven. But what I really like is the dynamic between Steven and Mark. Where
I fucking love it.
Now they can kind of have conversations, and it's not good conversations most of the time, but it's, you know, I love when Mark's like stuck and he's like, if you give that to her, she's going to get murdered. You know, you're going to kill her. And he stops too fucking late because he's a dumbass, but he stops and she gets the scarab anyway. But it's, I like those a lot. And I like the conversation in the bus, you know, windows when he's like, let me have this suit. And he's like, no, I want to do it. And then he's like, okay, fine. I'll let you have it.
That was a hell of a punch.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell are we wearing?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. What up, Jedi Mike? But yeah, so I like it. And then, you know, there at the end, once again, we get a pretty dope, tiny, but dope Moon Knight, you know, where the you can tell here's where all the budget went. It's a full-on chase sequence, nothing but it's probably full CG. The dog thing looks good. He looks good. Flipping through the air, slow motion shit. We get that arcing shot of him jumping building to building that we've been seeing and everything. And he fucking impales this thing. And we learned that in the trailer, that shot of the transition, it was actually in reverse. And it's not him turning into Moon Knight when he's like that. It's actually him changing out of Moon Knight. Out of it. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, overall, good, really good episode. I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm liking where we're headed. But it's obviously not perfect at the same time. But what do you think?
Right. I really love this episode. Very strong 2 episodes out the gate for sure. Same as you, I love the dynamic between Mark and Steven. Like it's arguably obviously the best part of the show. So far as those two. It's kind of like, even if you add Khonshu, it's kind of like the whole Venom Eddie thing. Like, those are the best things about those movies. Like, these are the best things about this, is those inner kind of dynamics with them. I even like the scenes with him and Ethan Hawke, obviously 2 amazing fucking actors just sharing the screen together, going at it. Action was cool. The reveal, I like the suit. Steven getting his, you know, his comeuppance. I didn't know that was Steven. Like in the promotional stuff, like I didn't know that was him. So I was like, oh shit, cool, got it. I thought I was gonna meet like another thing out of nowhere or something, but nope, it's Steven. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name is Steven with a V. Like, I love it. So very curious to see where it goes. What is up with Marvel in the color purple? Like, everything is purple. Like, every beam of light, every energy, it's all purple.
And all that shit. Yeah.
I'm like, there are other colors on the spectrum.
Correct.
I'm sure. Because for me, purple is just Black Panther Wakanda. It's purple. And then they made it with fucking Agatha. I'm like, wait, too much fucking purple.
See,
and now
that's what's funny
purple.
Is before Wakanda, it was the Power Stone. It was all Guardians of the Galaxy was purple.
Sure.
And it's all the same fucking purple too, by the way. I mean,
it's not very far off.
It's so similar. And then even, you know, Miss Marvel, I think, might be more blue, but it's close. Like,
it's still within those hints. Those cosmic powers.
So I don't know what they're like. Obviously, they look good on screen. They pop, but like, there's so much more you can do.
Switch it up, right? Make the shit green, orange, some shit. I don't fucking know, but everything doesn't have to be purple because too many things are associated with purple now.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, well, that's dumb. Again, yes, Khonshu, big ass dick. He is rude. He is possessive. We were being led to think manipulative, which I'm pretty sure he is, because he wants, like, listen, you do what you want to do, homie, but if you fuck this shit up, guess what I'm getting?
Right. It's blackmailing of like, oh, if you want to leave, that's fine, but you know so that's how we know immediately, like, he'll never give up being Moon Knight,
Right.
which is fucked up. But
Oh yeah, and it's funny because that's how he was. I found out he wasn't like in the comics country, like he's just an asshole.
right.
And you get that full fledged in there. I love the freeze frame moment.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't think that was meant to be that. Until
Maybe
I
not,
think
but I like
think that was budgetary as well. It works, but like, it's weird, and it never happens again. Like,
No, it was just to capitalize that moment of like fear in the screen. It was comedic
Yeah.
purposes, for sure. But yeah, so I'm here for it. Tonight we shall see. This is the episode you notoriously
yeah.
have given shit.
So I'll tell you, before we got on here, I was like doing like my pre-editing to be ready in the morning to take the finished version and put it on top of mine and get it all looking nice.
Mm.
And so I was doing my pre-editing stuff, and I was scrolling through it because I got to the end and I was going back, like my video, like I turned it off and started talking about it, and I was like, well, that was fucking terrible. It was like one of the first things I say, and I was like, God damn, man. I was like, I need to go back and look at this.
Mm.
And so I went back in reverse, and there are definitely things that, like, as I'm watching them out of context, I'm like, that's not as bad as what I'm saying. So like, I might have been hard on it, but
Mm.
I think the whole thing is, I watched all of these in a row. So I got 2 really good ones, and then I hit this. And what happens is episode 3 has a moment pretty damn early on that just makes no fucking sense, but it's like the catalyst for like what the whole journey of this episode is. And I'm like, there's no logic there. And so I think I was just upset after that, because I'm like, this is all unnecessary. But I can't wait to watch it again in like its finished form, because there's a part of me that is super intrigued, because what I've been doing, the whole point is I reacted to it the first time with the press stuff, and the email address that I used is over the screen, watermarked over the screen. So I can't show that, even though it's just a Patreon. I'm not going to show that. And so I wake up in the morning now, instead of watching the episode, I just hit record and start playing it and let it play while I'm drinking my coffee and getting ready and stuff. And then I come back when it ends, cut it, take the video, start, put it on top, start editing. And I slap it on top. Like, I put keyframes on each side where the video begins and ends from my original reaction, and slap the new one down, and then skim through and see where it's different. And there's a part of me that's like, there's a chance this whole episode's different. Like, this might be a completely different fucking thing. I don't know. So we'll see. This third episode, you get some action in it. You get, we're moving along for sure. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what people are going to think after this one, because for Raw, I mean, nothing is like changed. You're gonna grow with them and all that kind of stuff. I just think it gets a lot more sloppy, I think. And so it's just like, just be ready for that, have your expectations ready, and I think you can enjoy the fuck out of it. Especially the action we get to see some action. So pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, and that's the thing too, is I should have brought this up, but I start seeing on my timeline over the weekend, people are like, well, without any notice, just got an email from Disney that they just sent episode 5 to press. And I was like, oh shit.
Why?
And so I hit up my guy and I'm like, hey, did you just get this email? And he's like, let me look. And he's looking it up, and he's like, because this was like, it had been out for hours.
Yeah.
And he was like, just contacted my rep. They just sent that out by mistake. And so people got to watch it by mistake, which is,
Jesus.
how the fuck does that even happen? People were saying it's awesome. It's a great episode, blah, blah, blah. It's cool, but like, what? You just accidentally sent out episode 5?
Horrible.
So wild. I almost wonder if maybe they're going to send that out after this episode. Like, maybe it was supposed to be this weekend or something. I don't know, but like,
Don't send it
weird.
at all.
Yeah, no,
send out the whole fucking
it's very weird to say.
series.
Like, because like, don't get me wrong, I think some series, like a Netflix series, they send press the whole thing, I think, so that they can, do that. But this is so different. Like, this is a Marvel series. Like, I think it's weird to
It's
kind of
only fucking 6.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So we'll see what happens there. But that was a wild revelation. He's like, oh my God, it was a mistake. I was like, that text did not just come through. Like, what? But yeah, so we'll see what happens. It was funny because, like, as I was skimming through this episode 3, I actually was kind of excited. I was like, I'm excited to be with these characters again and watch this again. Even though I didn't enjoy it the first time, I think there's a chance I'll like it better the second time. So maybe it's not as horrible as I originally thought.
Okay, cool. We shall see tonight. I'm looking forward to it. To see, what you're talking about and if it's going to be different. So we'll see next week to see if what you saw was the same thing or was it different or what happens.
Exactly.
So we get to pick your brain for that. So I'm very interested. So, all right. That is it. Like I said, real short show. The last few minutes are with you guys. Let us know in the comment section. What did we miss? What do you want to talk about? What's going on? And let it rip. How long does it take you to edit, by the way?
I mean, when I'm doing Patreon stuff,
Outside of Patreon.
It's no time
YouTube.
at all. I don't fucking do it for YouTube anymore.
Oh, that's right. So,
take it a long ass time. I mean, really, because you basically have to rewatch the whole thing again while pausing over and over again to like stop it where you want and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it takes at least another, like, if it's a 50-minute episode, it's going to take an hour and 20, hour and 30 to edit it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a frustrating thing. And then that was the thing. The first episode, I sat there, did it, uploaded it, just as I always do. It got blocked worldwide, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, it's not worth it. I'm gonna get 27 views anyway, or something like that. So like, nah, it's not the way it's gonna be for me."
I felt that.
Especially like, if I was able to stay up and hit it right as it came out or something, but even then, like, I have to, it takes an hour to record it, like I got to get it all, I got to get the whole thing, like, so.
Plus it's like, that's already late as fuck, and then if it gets blocked, you're spending more hours trying to fucking, it's a lot. That's why it hurts. Like I said, I'm so on the fence with it, because like, staying up, trying to do this, trying to do that, and then if it doesn't work, it's just a lot.
It really is a thing of making me want to figure out a way myself to take what I do, because I take everything's for Patreon, gets the full thing. But how can I make it to where I can just take 3 or 4 big moments and make that into a short YouTube video, to where editing that takes 15, 20 minutes tops, get it all done, get it out there. Not get copyright claimed, obviously, but because I mean, it really is a thing. YouTube is making it very difficult to stay motivated to want to do that shit. Like, because you stopped. I mean, I don't blame you one bit. And that's what's funny is my friend was like, "Hey, you don't do YouTube much anymore." Like, and I got a comment because somebody said some stupid shit, and I replied back, and they were like, "Oh, I see why your viewership's low." I was like, my viewership's low because I don't fucking do this. Like, I was like, I make a video a week and it's a live stream.
I saw that.
Like, what do you mean? I don't give a fuck about this. Like, so that's the thing. I mean, I have had to make YouTube. If it has ever felt like a job, I'll quit that fucker quick, because it's not a fun job. You have to enjoy what you're doing. Has to be a passion of yours, because if it becomes a job, it'll ruin shit. Because even Patreon, sometimes I just want to go in the living room and watch a show myself, but I feel like I'm losing an opportunity to give it to Patreon and do that kind of stuff. So it's tough.
You have to be big in order to truly enjoy
right
YouTube.
Correct.
because then you literally just quit your job. That's literally all you do. So you make the
Mhm.
time for it. Like, yeah, cool, I love it. This is get paid to do all this shit. I'm great. But if that's not the case, dear God,
I agree.
dear God, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, this is terrible, but also hilarious. I thought I saw this in the corner of my eye, and so I just had to go back to the playback on YouTube. But behind you, underneath your counter, I saw I don't know if it's a bug or a roach or something crawling underneath your sink counter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, did I just see something moving over there? And no clue. I mean, there's no telling. But I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, am I seeing things? So it's who knows where. But yeah, I'm sure I've got shit crawling behind me too. But that was funny.
Now it must die. Whatever it was.
A little friend of yours, yeah, he's going for the pots and pans.
Right. Probably, little fuckers. I mean, it's New York, so it's not.
No,
very
I mean,
likely.
well, that's the thing. It's here too. Don't get me. When summer hits, the fucking water bugs and roaches are horrible here.
God, that's frightening. Yeah. Every down south, the fucking insects are mutated.
Oh my God,
what
no.
the fuck it is down
Water
there?
bugs out
but-
here. I mean, they're big motherfuckers too, man. Don't
Yeah,
even
no,
get me.
That's disgusting. I would
no.
shit bricks. I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was digging Steve in episode 1, but became too much in episode 2. He got hella annoying. I don't think that's true. I just think it's a man fucking breaking down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Big ass spider behind you, Logan. Yeah, no. I will fuck with anything on earth before I fuck with a spider.
That's correct. In my household, I kill all bugs, including roaches. She kills spiders.
Yeah, no,
She grew up out in the country. She had tarantulas and shit running around. I've never seen a tarantula, like, never, and I better not.
It's. I would literally. Oh God, no, I cannot.
Because I will tell you right now. So, like, here in Texas, or just down south in general, summer hits.
God, yeah. Oh,
I'm taking the trash out. I got to bring a flashlight with me because there is no telling where a spider this fucking big on a web the size of a fucking wall in a room has taken over the whole driveway or something. And like we have a pecan tree in the front yard, and I'm talking shine my flashlight, and there's 5 different giant spider webs with huge spiders in them. And if one gets too close to me, I have like a reaction where I have this like poison spray that it's like a big jug and it's a sprayer, and I will have, for some reason I'm like, well, I can't go to bed until that thing's dead, whatever that is, and I will drown it. I will fucking drown. I'm not going to step on it. I will fucking drown it, and until it's done moving, like, and I can't stop myself. But no,
it's the same. Like I remember, and that's, oh my God, that's the most frightening shit in the fucking world. Like when I was living in Atlanta, I remember to this day, oh my God, I almost walked into that shit like,
oh yeah,
and it was on it was between a light post and a fucking tree, and the light was like shining down. It was like a horror movie. Like it wanted me to fucking see the shit.
Yep.
Like the fucking web was huge. Right in the middle of it, this bitch was thick. Like just chilling. I'm like, do you have no purpose in life? Go do something. Why are you here?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dear God, that and here's another thing for me. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm afraid of what they can do. For me, it's mice or rats.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
My ex was the one to get rid of them shits. I'm like, fucking get it. I cannot. Like when I was living in the Bronx.
How do you get it
in there? You lay traps. Like little glue bitches.
Okay,
like they're so disgusting. Like once they're trapped, you literally have to pick the shits up while they're alive, kicking and screaming because they're stuck. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. So every time I like happen, I'll be like, tell my ex, go you. I don't give a fuck. I'll be a bitch right now. You go do it.
Right, correct.
I cannot. I was thinking like I picked it up and like it's just squeaking and moving. If it fucking bites me, then my arm blows up. Like I don't fucking want all that shit. Like I don't.
And see, that's what's. I'll be honest. I haven't had experience with
Ugh.
mice or rats. That's New York City is known for that shit, obviously.
Yes.
But like, there is a part of me that like it is a mammal, so like it's tough. Like it's dumb as shit, obviously. But like, it's not a roach that I'm perfectly down to grab my shoe and just fucking explode that fuck. I will hit a roach so goddamn hard, my hand will hurt the whole next day with how hard I smashed my shoe on it.
Right.
But like with the rat, like especially you put the glue ones out, they scream bloody murder.
Yep.
Because they are now stuck and they are calling for help and shit. And like that makes me feel so bad.
Oh my god.
And it makes me wish that I had like a little gun that I could just go pop like in their head or something and kill them. But like nah, like you gotta just kind of let them.
I don't feel bad. I like you can.
But
you
over
are a
there, they're like
shooter.
roaches. Like, I mean,
Yes.
you got to get rid of those fuckers. Yeah.
I like, ugh. Like I can do it if it's like if I kill it, and then I can just be like a little scoop and like put in a bag. I'm like, oh my god. But if they're like alive, like I'll stand over it for like 20 minutes, like contemplating what the fuck to do. I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do because it's sitting on a trap, just fucking looking at me.
Just like, please help.
Just fucking looking at me. It's like start switching and shit. I'm like, ew. It won't make a sound until you go so fucking close to it to pick it up. Then starts
Start
fucking screeching,
screaming.
and I'm like, oh my god, fucking throw the shit because it's disgusting. I'm like, what if it like rips out the trap while I'm fucking here? So now it's blood and guts all over me, and then it fucking bites. It's disgusting. They carry everything, and it's gross.
Right. I
So
can't
it's
imagine if you've been bit by one.
No, God. No.
Okay. I was about to say, man.
That's my fear of it. Like, I don't want to get too close, and they get like its last fucking breath of life. It like rips from the fucking thing, and like, darn, and that's it. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I'm Rat Man.
And see, so that's the thing too is living in the South. One thing I also don't fuck with is snakes. Period. End of story. I do not fuck with snakes.
I love snakes. I don't trust them.
I ain't fucking with like period. And that's the thing is like we have rattlesnakes here. I've never seen one out in the wild like a big motherfucker. I've never seen one. I'm a city guy. I'm a city motherfucker. But like my boss lives, he lives 10 minutes down the road, with more country. And he's like, oh my God, yeah. He's like, I remember one time, I have my muddy boots on the back porch and I put my foot in it and there's a baby rattlesnake in there. And he's like, thank God it didn't get me. And he tells me, oh my God, I've had stories like, he's like, I'm walking out the back door and there's a rattlesnake on the top of the door. So he opens it and it just drops on him.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and you didn't kill yourself? I'm like, what are you still doing here? I'm like, end it now. Get out. Like, it's not worth being here any longer.
Yeah.
So like, no, I don't do it, man.
It's shame on him. He lives in fucking Texas. He doesn't know to check your boots before you do anything.
Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, he's like, fuck. I mean, I'd check them now. He's like, first of all, how about you don't leave your fucking shoes outside?
Well, that too.
But like,
that's fucking weird.
Yeah, but
I'll take my chances with the mud. I'm good.
Because even I don't know if I've told the story on here, but like one time when I was a kid, I had these two guys that I grew up with, a couple houses down that were older than me by a couple years, and we were running around. We were hunting for like little snakes after a rain. So we're looking for them under like trash cans and stuff because you're trying to stay dry, and we're looking for like garden snakes. And what's funny is they never realized like I never picked one up because I'm not fucking with that. Even though they're this big and like the size of a fucking I don't know, not thicker than a pencil. But one time we're out there doing it and we lifted up my trash can and we're like, oh, there's a snake, and we're like hovering around it looking at it. And a guy from a couple houses down, which growing up, I was like, I never fucked with him because I thought he was a child molester or something. He was just a weird ass fucker. He was a truck driver and he had like no teeth, and he starts screaming at us. Like I'd never heard, like I only talked to that man a couple times, and he was like screaming at us like, hey, and we were like, what? Like we're at my house. I'm like, what's the deal? And he's like, y'all have a snake? And we're like, yeah, it's a snake. And he goes, back away now. And he comes over and he goes, yep. And we're like, what? Because it's a tiny little snake. And it was a baby rattlesnake. And he's like, I just found a baby rattlesnake over here. And he just so happened, because we were going to pick it up. because it was so little, it didn't have a rattler yet. Like that's how tiny it was, and those are the most
And those are
dangerous
the most
ones.
dangerous ones, right?
And we're sitting there, we're like 7, 8 years old, just oh go, I wasn't gonna be the one to get bit. Like I ain't picking it up, but like one of them was about to, and I remember that experience. We looked at that guy because he's like look at the pattern. He's like, look at the end. You can see that little rattle trying to form. And I remember I just looked at him. I was like, did this just happen? Like, you just saved us. And he's like, he was like, I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. Like, he's like, I don't do because he was like, I don't do this either, kind of thing. And he's like, I don't want to pick it up, and we got to get rid of this thing and kill it, But yeah, man, I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, no, that's not at all. That's fucking insane. Like I said, I love snakes just visually, but I do not trust them. Like, I don't want to hold one. I don't want to be around one. I'll look at you. That's dope. I'm good. Like, I remember in Alabama, all everything's down south. Down south is fucking crazy.
Of course. Sucks.
My friends had a snake just fucking lollygagging around the goddamn basement. I'm like,
Nope.
no. So, and I'm literally sitting down, and the motherfucker's like making his way over, and he like fucking starts going, because I'm sitting down on the floor, and then there's like an Edelman thing in between me. He starts to come up the shit, and he's just looking at me. I'm like, bruh, like, like, I don't know if you're about to launch. I don't know what you're about to do, because like you're trying to move, and they're just like, hey, what's up? I'm like, no, bitch, we're not having this dance. I'm getting the fuck up.
Right.
And I'm out of here. I don't trust you at all. Because they'll be all cute and lovely in their face, like, yeah, and then bam, fucking, that's it. Hi, lunch. Thank you so much. I can't. It's nothing with sharks. Fucking love sharks. Swear to God. I ain't about it. There's all but so much I am in the water.
Yeah.
About so much. Once it starts getting here, I'm good. Because one of my biggest fears is seeing a fucking, like a wave coming, like, yeah, let's jump it. And then a fucking shark mob comes out, and then I'm dead. It's like, I don't. Yeah. Most terrifying things ever. You're being chomped on by a fucking shark while you're drowning. Lovely. No, I'm okay. Nope. And that's your image there. Is a fucking this thing. I'm okay.
Right. Especially if you go to, like, nearest beach to me is Galveston, and the Gulf of Mexico is known that, it's a gulf. And so basically the waves in that area like churn the sand up. And so the ocean near the beach, like as far out as a person can go, like swimming wise, it's brown, like no visibility, because it's churning sand up, and you can't feel the sand, but that's just how it is. And you get on a jet ski and take off, it gets crystal clear out there, but like you can't see your hand a foot underneath the water, and that becomes an issue.
Yes, it does.
And because I can distinctly remember like growing up going there, can't see anything, but like giant waves are coming, and these waves are massive, and all you see is little fish in the wave that's like about to smash you in the face. And it's like, I don't know if I can do this. Like that, it's a weird thing. But
no, clear water only, please. I can see directly through. I can see what the fuck's going on. I can see fins. I can see fucking mass, everything.
Yeah, shapes.
No,
any shape I need to see. Yeah,
absolutely. See a fucking reef, some shit. I'm not gonna see everything. Because New York, that's obviously far from fucking clear.
Right. Yeah.
That's just dirty. There's fucking broken bottles and drug needles all over the sand. No, it's
right. Well, that's what I was gonna say too. I don't know anybody that owns a pet snake that doesn't deal drugs. Like, y'all are fucking up.
That's also very true.
I mean, they got these weird color lights because they're trying to grow shit, and you're like, do you have to have every light be this color? And they're like, oh, we got it all over the house. I mean, it's just better. What was that?
Bro, when I tell you, that scared the shit out of me.
What was it?
I don't know. I think it was like outside, maybe.
Okay, maybe.
Bro,
it sounded like something shaking in your house.
Right. Thank you so much. That's what scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck.
Is that bug or whatever?
Right. He's arming up.
There's a rat. I heard you talking shit.
Shut up. Don't say that. Sending recruits and shit. It's a fucking shark on feet.
It's Ratcatcher 2.
Right.
She's just holding her light outside your window. Get that motherfucker.
That made me paranoid. That scared the shit out of me.
I don't know what. Because, I mean, like my sound for you was distorted a little bit because your microphone's a good microphone, but like it did sound like it was close, but I don't know.
Me neither. Now I'm paranoid. Dear God.
Yeah, keep one cup off the ear for the rest of the show.
Absolutely. I'm so fucking alert. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, no. So those are just the things that just utterly frightened me. I'm sure you do, Kenya.
We had a great conversation.
Yes, we did. All right, and yes, I wish she showed up in my house too. Don't we all? Alrighty. Well, I think
Not
that's
with
it.
her friend, just with their one friend. I can handle the one friend, but no one else.
Wait, what? One friend?
Ratcatcher 2, if she was showing up at my house.
No, I don't need. What's
She
his
can
name?
bring. I don't care. What was its name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Good call.
Yeah.
That's why you did the trivia and I just watched.
Yes, Sebastian. So he, as long as she tells him to stay, like, don't come into bed with us. Don't.
Yeah, don't turn around.
Right. Do your own thing. Don't watch us. Like, just go somewhere.
That's funny.
But yeah. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Apparently, I need to go bless my apartment. But thank y'all so much for joining us on the latest episode of the Film Cave, 68 to be exact. We're almost to that dirty number. Hey. Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, whether it was live and or on playback on one of the many platforms we are streaming on. And so, Logan, tell the people where they can find you and what you got going on.
Yes, sir. You can find me right above me at Logan_Swish on Twitter. And on Patreon, Logan Swish, we're doing the Moon Knight show right now. I'm very excited for tonight's episode. I'm hoping I like it more the second time because I did not enjoy it the first time. And I almost like it'll actually be kind of funny if I love it this time because I have to put out the video of me reacting to it already. So like I'm gonna I'm gonna fucking hate it. So just be aware for anybody.
You have to do a post.
Post talk about it.
Right.
Like, hey, I saw it the second time. It's all right. But yeah, man, that's what we're up to. It's I'm one thing I'm hoping for. When the fuck we getting this Thor trailer? When do you think?
After
we wait
Doctor
until
Strange.
you think it's gonna be after credit scene possibly, like what No Way Home did?
I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be an after credit, but I think it'll release after.
The week after or so. Yeah.
Maybe the weekend of, like that Monday or Tuesday, it'll probably
Gotcha.
drop. 'Cause I'm sure it has, because they just revealed today that this is gonna have more surprises than fucking Endgame and No Way Home combined. Apparently, so I'm like, okay, well,
but we know most of them. Probably.
I don't know. I've been trying to keep other than the obvious shits of like Tom and all that, but
And Patrick Stewart.
yeah, well, they gave that shit right away.
Right, that's what I mean. It's like frustrating.
So we'll see. Anything else? I just did not look up everything.
I have it completely muted. Yeah, I'm done now.
So I'm like, okay, I just see when I see it. But yeah, all right. So you can find me right up top. Everything on social media, really easy. Again, hit that subscribe button, y'all. That thumbs up really helps the show reach a lot more people, and the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop. We will see you again, per usual, next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you are there, or be squared. Anyway, it's your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, we'll see y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys.